to the Power Circuit, your trusted window into Nigeria's evolving power sector. This program is brought to you by the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, the nation's foremost agency responsible for the bulk transmission of electricity across the country. I'm your host, Amara Agugesi, and here's what we have coming up in today's episode. TCN holds anti-vandalism sensitization campaign in Ebonyi State as officials task residents with protecting electricity transmission assets. Also in this episode, we are reminding you again to steer clear of the right-of-way of power transmission lines and infrastructure for your safety and to avoid disruption of the flow of bulk electricity on these lines. A special focus on health, safety and environment, HSE, will come your way from the Abuja Transmission Region of TCN. We will be speaking with Mr. Edu Omafume, a Principal Manager HSE at TCN, in the interview segment. In continuing the campaign, the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, Enugu region has completed a community sensitization campaign at Umuhuali, Ezilo, and Nkalagu communities in Ebonyi State to address rising incidents of vandalism, erection of illegal structures on transmission lines right of way, and excavation of soil near transmission tower bases.
The sensitization campaign began with a courtesy visit to the traditional ruler of Umuhuale Autonomous Community, His Royal Highness Eze Patrick Nwafo Uduku. The campaign was led by the General Manager, Transmission, Enugu Region, Dr. Thomas Enugonum. He stated that the initiative seeks to foster stronger relationships with communities hosting TCN infrastructure.
We cannot stay in the office and be talking. We need to carry this message to the communities. Even through the church and mosque, if there is any, we tell them it is not a good thing to do.
Dr. Enugonum noted that similar sensitization campaigns in Makurdi, Benue State, and Agbo-Ogugu and Ihe communities in Enugu State yielded positive outcomes, expressing confidence that Ebonyi State would record similar success.
We have gone to so many communities to do the same sensitization. The sensitization is to create awareness of the existing infrastructures, TCN infrastructures, Transmission Company of Nigeria infrastructures.
Dr. Enugonum further recalled incidents of vandalism attempts and encroachments in Ebonyi communities. He charged residents to promptly report suspicious activities around TCN installations to security agencies or through TCN's dedicated hotlines.
Sometimes you see a market is being established under the tower lines. No. The market is a place where my siblings, my relations could be there at any time. It's not something that you put under the transmission line right of way. So whoever is doing that, let him consider the health hazards and the life of others. It is a no-go area.
Eze Udoku, the head of Umuhuale Autonomous Community, who received the delegation alongside his cabinet, pledged his domain's total commitment to safeguarding power installations and preventing encroachment on TCN's right-of-way.
It's a pleasure to meet have this type of forum. I worked under Niger 7, under Powerhouse, 3.3 kV, from foundation, generator, from foundation, and operated it until I resigned. So I understand what you people mean and the implication. So I so much appreciate this type of forum. Your presence, your visit is for the safety of the entire community.
That's right.
The entire community. God does not make mistakes. report was passed before I come in. God knows why. It may be if it has not happened, this type of information would not have come. So I'm really sorry for what happened within a line in our community.
Also speaking on behalf of the communities, the President General of Eza Umuhuale Town Union, Honorable Solomon Weke, attributed the recent arrest of suspects to the alertness of the local vigilantes and community leaders.
Drain the economy, because if this light falls down tomorrow, there's going to be a lot of death, and for weeks, for months, there will be an economic leakage.
From the palace, it was a time to engage residents of Ebonyi communities at a town hall meeting. The participants made commitments to support the Transmission Company of Nigeria (TCN) in protecting power transmission infrastructure in the state.
The General Manager, Transmission at the TCN Enugu region, Dr. Thomas Enugonum, took time to interact with the residents about the effects and dangers of vandalism and the encroachment of power transmission assets in their locality.
People go there to cut the towers. According to China, they will leave. When there is a heavy wind, the thing will collapse because of the tension on the conductors. And when it happens, so many of the towers will follow and collapse. And when it happens like that, there will be no light anywhere. So it dawned on us that we have to do this sensitization by making sure that every youth of every community is aware of what we are saying.
He also explained to them the safest distance away from power transmission lines for any construction activity.
It is 13 to 15 meters here, 15 meters here. So if your building is going to be developed, you bring a surveyor, which is the right thing, because there is no building that doesn't have a survey plan.
The event concluded with participants from various communities pledging their full collaboration with TCN and security agencies to safeguard transmission facilities serving their localities and the nation at large.
The Transmission Company of Nigeria (TCN) serves as the backbone of the nation's power infrastructure, tasked with the crucial responsibility of transporting electricity from generation stations to distribution networks across the country. But as Nigeria's demand for electricity surges, TCN faces an ongoing and often overlooked obstacle: the challenge of securing the right-of-way. Right-of-way refers to a legally designated corridor of land that allows for the construction, maintenance, and operation of high-voltage power lines. These corridors ensure public safety, prevent encroachment, and provide TCN with the access it needs for vital upgrades and repairs. Yet, securing and maintaining these corridors is no simple task. TCN faces mounting pressure from rapid urbanization and land scarcity, often finding that these essential corridors are already occupied. Additionally, legal disputes over compensation and the presence of illegal settlements on the power lines only compound the problem, delaying crucial transmission projects.
My name is Engineer Sula Ahmed Abdulaziz. I'm the Managing Director of Transmission Company of Nigeria. I want to talk about an issue that is giving TCN headache and is a worrisome situation. That is the issue of right-of-way. You will see that under our transmission lines, which TCN has already acquired it before we started construction, people will come under the line and be building houses, shops, canteen, and many other things that are not supposed to be there. We are calling on the Nigerian people to please desist away from these acts, because it is not good for you, it is not good for TCN, and it is not good for Nigeria. Those transmission lines are carrying high voltage. So even to come and stay near them not even to make that place your permanent place. It is very dangerous for your health. And a lot of people will turn that place either to their selling place, their marketplace, or their houses. We are warning you, please stay away, don't stay near our transmission lines. There are also people who are going there to dig and remove the copper, the one we use as grounding wire on the towers. That one is also very dangerous. It can shock you, and it can shock our staff when they are working, when the arsen is removed. Also, there are people who are looking for laterite. You see them digging near the transmission tower. That one also is a bad practice. We are doing all our best to make sure that this does not happen. Anybody found doing those things is going to be arrested. And we are warning you, it is very serious.
Recently, we had an unfortunate incident in one of our lines between Ebonyi and Nkalagu, where the line was struck by thunder and the conductor fell. Unfortunately, a vehicle was parked right under our right-of-way, which he dropped up and burnt off the car entirely. We were so lucky that nobody was inside that vehicle because it would have consumed the person. So these are the incidents we normally tell people. Don't stay there, don't do business there, don't even park your vehicle there, let it be free all the time, because no matter we try to secure this line, anything can happen.
We are currently at under one of our transmission lines. This is the Ikeja West Akomba 30 kV transmission line 1. We are at Aguda, close to our tower. This is our 556A. As you can see, they've built around the transmission tower line, making it very difficult at times to access the tower line. There is a cherubim and seraphim church there. Directly under the power line, you can also see buildings, a lot of buildings to the left, to the right, and this carries on for several other spans. It's a big issue for us because, firstly, with respect to our job, if we have any job that requires us to lower the transmission line to work, you can see that these buildings are going to be in the way of it, of us carrying out our jobs smoothly. But even much more than that, there is a very serious health challenge in this area for the people living here. Not just health, you understand, risk to life and property. We know that this transmission line is a 330 kV transmission line. What that means is the voltage level is 330 kV. If by peradventure any of the accessory we have, the insulator that we have suspending the conductor, if by peradventure that fails, or the conductor itself fails, it can lead to this conductor dropping directly down to the ground. And we know how electricity, you understand. If this conductor comes down to the ground, virtually anything it touches, because of the way electricity moves and the way it behaves, virtually anything it touches is likely going to catch fire. If it touches anybody, the person is likely going to lose the person's life. This in itself will present a lot of challenges to TCN in terms of repair, replacement, and everything, and to the government. So it's actually not ideal. When this line was constructed in 1968, a lot of all these houses, you can see none of them here were built there. And at that point in time, the government itself had acquired the right of way to build this transmission line. We have our right of way for 330 kV line, which is basically 25 meters each side to the left and 25 meters to the right. As you can see from the center point of the tower, I am barely standing at, let me say, give or take, close to like say 15 meters roughly, or 10 meters from the center point of the tower. So that basically means that everything from over here, moving towards the side and towards that side, are all illegal structures that shouldn't be here, that are at risk if by peradventure this transmission line fails.
The consequences of these challenges are far-reaching. Some transmission projects that could provide reliable power to millions are delayed indefinitely. By tackling the critical issue of right-of-way, TCN is not only fostering collaboration between local communities and the government, but also unlocking the nation's potential. Through uninterrupted transmission of electricity, Nigeria's socio-economic development can soar to new heights.
Coming your way shortly is the interview segment of the Power Circuit, just after this timeout.
The Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, transmits bulk electricity from power generating companies, GenCos, to distribution load centers of distribution companies, DISCOs, nationwide. At TCN, we transport bulk electricity at very high voltage to DISCOs, who now off-take it and distributes it directly to electricity customers nationwide. TCN does not generate electricity. We transport the quantum of power generated to distribution load centers. TCN does not distribute electricity directly to electricity consumers. Our job stops where that of the DISCOs begin. TCN, transmitting bulk electricity in the most efficient and effective manner.
That was Mr. Edu Omafume, Principal Manager Health, Safety and Environment, HSE, overseeing the Abuja Transmission Region of TCN. Maintaining high standards of health, safety and environment at transmission substations is essential for protecting lives, ensuring a reliable power supply, and safeguarding Nigeria's environment. Let us commit to safe work practices today and always. What is the role of your department at TCN?
HSE department was established in 1991. The department has been tasked with the responsibility of ensuring the health and safety of workers and protection of the company's equipment, as well as the lines. This it does through implementation, developing and implementing safe procedures for work.
How does your department ensure safety compliance among technical staff at TCN?
That's one of the basic functions of the HSE department. So in such cases, normally we provide PPEs for all the staff. Any staff that we feel deemed exposed to such dangers are being provided with PPEs. And also, we have safety officers in virtually every sub-region. Every sub-region safety officer that goes out to work with them anytime they have a maintenance job to carry out.
What are the safety challenges in Abuja region of TCN?
We have several of them. We have cases of vandalism, not just the towers. We find vandals coming to our switchyards and cutting off our earthing cables. We have issues of encroachment, people building close to the towers, then bushfires during the dry season. So now we check down by creating a buffer between the perimeter fences and the bushy areas in the substations.
How has TCN dealt with the challenge of right-of-way encroachment?
When it comes to right-of-way, that is a big challenge though, but the company has organized sensitization programs. They've visited these communities, speaking with the leaders. Also, the jingles are being made and played in the broadcast stations. So those things have really helped in curbing the issue of right-of-way. Also, the government is upstate. They are also helping to demolish some of these structures being built around our right-of-way.
Are there health implications of staying right on the transmission lines?
More research is still being carried out, because we should remember that these high voltage lines, they emit an electromagnetic force which easily penetrates the skin, which can easily penetrate the human skin. And long-term exposure to such has been linked to an increase in the risk of cancers. Also, some persons who have reported having sleep insomnia, sleep disorderliness, insomnia as an example, while living close to these power lines.
The excavation of sand around power transmission towers has been a major concern. How is TCN tackling this in the region?
Just like vandalism, we are taking the same approach. by sensitizing those involved. And if it's a private property that they are doing that, we try to meet the developer or the person in charge and speak with them, enlighten them on the potential hazards of excavating sand around the tower. And I'll say so far it will be getting positive results, because sometimes when this happens, you find members of the community coming to the office to make reports.
What is your message to Nigerians about safety around power transmission installations?
My message, I would say, is for them to be aware, to be informed, to stay informed, be aware of their surroundings, and their potential hazards. Also, keep a good distance from electrical installations and especially the high voltage equipment. Then, if need be that you have to walk close to one, you should ensure that you comply with the established safety protocols and guidelines while walking around it.
That was Mr. Edu Omafume, Principal Manager Health, Safety and Environment, HSE, overseeing the Abuja Transmission Region of TCN. Maintaining high standards of health, safety and environment at transmission substations is essential for protecting lives, ensuring a reliable power supply, and safeguarding Nigeria's environment. Let us commit to safe work practices today and always. Here are the highlights from today's episode. TCN holds anti-vandalism sensitization campaign in Ebonyi State as officials task residents with protecting electricity transmission assets. Also in this episode, we reminded you on steering clear of the right of way of power transmission lines and infrastructure for your safety and to avoid disruption of the flow of bulk electricity on these lines. We had a special focus on health, safety and environment, HSE, that featured an interview session with Mr. Edu Omafume, a Principal Manager, HSE, in the TCN Abuja Transmission Region. TCN is pleased to have you with us on the power circuit, bringing you greater insights into Nigeria's power sector. You can stay connected by visiting TCN's official YouTube channel via TCN_Nigeria, where you have access to all episodes. We also encourage you to show your support by following and engaging with TCN across all social media platforms. On Facebook, like the page Transmission Company of Nigeria. On LinkedIn, like the page via Transmission Company of Nigeria. On X, follow the company at TCN_Nigeria. On Instagram, stay updated via at TCN_Nigeria. TCN welcomes your feedback and observations. Please send your comments to affairs.public@tcn.org.ng. For more details about TCN's activities, visit the interactive website at www.tcn.org.ng or stay informed through a dedicated news platform at www.tcnnews.ng, designed to keep you up to date with developments in the power sector. We also urge you to support TCN by staying vigilant against vandalism of power transmission lines, towers, and substations in your area. Please report any suspicious activity to TCN officials or the nearest security agency. I'm your host, Amara Agugesi. Let's have another exciting time next week.